Let me play so that I don't waste time. It's a busy day for me. And if you've got questions throughout this session, do let me know. Can you see the presentation? Okay, I see. Okay, let me just do a quick one, then we can do the healing so that I can release you so that you're not here the whole day. Let's see, I see there's another comment. Okay, we've got people who are doing it for the first time. So welcome. Thank you for showing up. And one day you'll understand why you show up. As I said, there's never a coincidence. So energy healing. So healing happens all the time. And healing can happen even when you just pray for someone. So we have seen if we go to the hospital, we know someone who's sick, and we just pray. You just praying there, you're just sending high vibrations to the person to get better, because that person, when they're sick, they don't have the willpower to be able to heal themselves, because we can heal ourselves. There's a wonderful book by, I just forgot, by Louise Hay. I've got it now. It's called Heal Yourself. So get that book. You'll understand the ailments that you might be having, because when you're feeling pain somewhere in the body, it's just saying your body is not in alignment. It could be like if you're feeling pain in your lower back, which is I'm going to show on the other slide. It could be issues with which is related to money and others. And then if your upper back is so painful now and then, could be issues with you not getting support, not fully supported, and you not asking for help as well. So healing happens all the time. It's a continuous process. We pray daily for our kids, for everyone, so that they can heal, because we need to stand in the gap for others. Even myself, when I'm not well, I go to other coaches, I go to other energy healers to heal me, because the doctor can't heal themselves, a nurse can't heal themselves, a psychologist can't heal themselves. So you need the help, because all of us as human beings, we are connected and you are never one. So that is why each and everyone here on earth, we need to be really grateful that we're here, but we're here to serve and be part of the collective, because you cannot exist by yourself. So the process is a process of slow letting go of what you believe is true and discover what is actually true, so you can be real with what is there in front of you. And part of healing, most of the time, is all about surrendering, and it's all about letting go. When you let go of things that you don't control, your life becomes easier. And if you are hurt and you forgive, because even in our daily prayer that we do for those who are in the Christian, I know there might be people who are atheists who have joined here, might be people who follow Buddha. So everyone, whatever religion, whatever spirituality you follow, it's all about letting go. It's all about surrendering. And then you can start tapping into your enlightenment, because all of us can be enlightened. And if you think of Mandela, the work that he did when he was still in prison before he passed on, everybody thinks good vibrations. When you think of him, even when you're sad, you get excited because he was vibrating higher. He really worked on himself. And there are things we don't know what he did, but whatever he was doing was working on himself, healing himself, so that when he comes out, he's able to heal, he's able to let go, he's able to release. Because if you don't, you get trapped. You get trapped and you die without tapping into your gifts and talents, because each and every individual is a king and a queen in their own right, with our own gifts and talents. And I know society and the world always tries to make you feel down. That is why it's important you look at your diet. Your diet is what you eat, what you read, your friends, what you do to yourself. Also, that impacts yourself. It impacts you as a human being. All right. So what does healing mean? It means doing the right thing, forgiving others. That is so important, forgiving others. And that also includes forgiving yourself. So what I do daily when I wake up is to pray for those that I've wronged knowingly and unknowingly, because we all go through so many thoughts. Some thoughts are evil and you are not aware of. Some thoughts have got ill intentions for others and you don't know how they harm them. So that is why it's important you pray and say, ask for forgiveness to those you have wronged knowingly and unknowingly. And you forgive those who have wronged you knowingly and unknowingly. We've had situations where people, they go like, yo, I've done, and they are not aware that they've done something to you. So that is why it's important. And the main one is to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for self-sabotaging yourself, thinking that you are small, doubting yourself, and other issues. And that also you can address them through coaching, trying to reprogram your mind to think positively. Because our formative years, I'm talking about the time you're conceived until the time you were 7 years, your mind has been programming, whether it's good or bad, whether it's evil. And when you grow up, you start reliving that person. So that is why it's important you forgive yourself daily for things you didn't know, people who have hurt you, where you feel like now, or you feel like you were ganged up. Just forgive yourself. It's a brand new day. So we have to take each day as a brand new day, like it's our last day. It's also being real to yourself. Being real to yourself is when you are angry, you stay with your emotions and understand what are they telling you. And when you breathe out, when I teach you breathing exercise, you are able to tap to that pain and understand what message is telling you. It's all about letting go of the need to control everything. So that is something. Let me just. So it's about letting go of the need to control. Me, I'm a Capricorn. I don't know how many Capricorns are there. Capricorns, we align things in order, everything. So one of the learnings that I'm getting from the universe and nature is to let go and to go with ease. That has been my theme for 2023. And it has been quite a challenging time for me. I'm not sure for you, but also for me, I've been through what we call the dark nights of the soul. The dark nights of the soul is where you're going through every crap in the world. You go like, why me? Why me? So the question is, why not you? And in those pain and trials and tribulation, there's always a diamond. The diamond is the learnings for you to level up, so you to vibrate higher, to be a better person. It's being yourself at all times and letting go of the mask. Most of my lifetime, I always put the mask. And when I started being a coach, I had to learn to remove the mask because it's the condition that I went through. I had to hide myself. There was I started a post of saying, what somebody wrote, were you popular at school? I wasn't popular at school. The boys didn't want to look at me. And then now I'm older, everyone wants to, you can see my DMs, you can see my messenger, it's just full of men telling me how they want me, how beautiful. So we all go through that. And then, Francis, thank you. So it's all about saying yes when you need to say yes. This is so important. If you are saying yes and you are supposed to say no, it means there's some emotional issues that you need to deal with. It could be the inner wounds or the father wounds or the mother wounds. So I do have recordings on that. Maybe I can just simply explain like as much there's this thing of saying no. There are people who are single and say, I'm the mother and the father to a child. We can't be, as much as we say that. So a child needs a mother, a child needs a father. Now my father passed on when I was 3 years old and I didn't know him. And that in fact impacted on how I relate to men. Most of the men that I dated, I wanted them to be my father. Like the first few months, things will be fine, but the wounded child in me who didn't have a father figure in her life always showed up. It's only later when I started coaching, I was like, oops, I've been bleeding on people's lives. I feel bad for those guys that I was dating. But it's the learning that we go through and it makes us to be mature. And it's also saying no when you need to say no. That is so important. And if you are not congruent and honest with yourself, you'll always blame everyone. You'll always blame the world. So these are the things and the tools that you can do. And saying yes and saying no It's not something that you cannot do just like that if you were not, it was not something which you've been conditioned. So coaching can help you with that. And healing is contagious. Numb forever healing as well. So it becomes contagious because you want to be a better person than you were. And even by the time you die, you'll never even tap to that best person. But you can, but you have to do it on a daily basis. Any questions? Am I making sense? Are you still with me? You can give me a thumbs up, emoji, anything. So to heal each time, one needs to make sure that they set an intention and you give yourself permission to heal. Yes, I see Zamai says, yes, healing is contagious. Because when you heal, you become better. You tap to things that you go like, wow, I didn't. And everyone wants to be with you because most people who don't work on themselves, their vibration is low. And then when you meet them, by the time you leave them, your vibration is low. You feel so tired because they were taking away your energy because you were vibrating. And so that is important also to protect our energies. So when we heal, even today during this session, give yourself permission to heal because you are going to heal yourself. I'm just going to stand there in the gap for you to tap to yourself, to understand how powerful you are because we can heal ourselves. We're our own self-healers. And if you don't know, it's nice, it's great to have someone being there, standing in the gap for you. And you need to be open and receive the healing. Like some who go to church, it will be said, no, those who are not welcome to the front and receive healing. You just standing up, you just said yes. So that is why it's important. And never forced healing. Listen to your intuition. And that is so powerful. That is the gift that you have as a human being, all of us. And then why don't we heal? Because we fear who you fear of who you'll be when you're healed. It's so true. So people don't heal because they fear who they will be when they don't heal. So that is why some they'll just die without healing themselves. They'll die and say, God, Allah, the creator was never there because they're so scared. They didn't know better. And it's important that as human beings are compassionate and we provide that understanding and just continue planting the seed of saying, you can be better when you do something for yourself. It's being incongruent. It's like ubamba pambili. So if we don't heal, if we're incongruent, we say this. And if you don't let go, letting go, it's a powerful song. I'll try to play a song when I finish about letting go. It's a lovely, powerful song. And there's a lovely book that I always recommend to my clients. It's written by Michael Singer, but this is not the book. This one is Living Untethered. It's the Surrender Experiment. You need to read it. If you haven't read, I'll recommend you to read. Most of my clients, I know when they see me, all I say is that you need to read the book. It's a lovely book. It teaches you how to surrender. And you can read other books as well. But for me, so far, it has been Michael A. Singer that I always read the book time and time and again because when you heal, you discover other new things. Because when you are young, as I said, the first formative of your life, you store things. You've got the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. So it stores everything. There are some traumas that you might have gone through that you're not aware of because your mind protects, it checks whether you're ready to deal with it. And then one day you are older and something triggers you and all the memories comes back. So you need to be saying, oops, I'm here. Who can help me? What tools do I have? So it could be books and read books as well and ask for help as well. So coaches, we have to train so that you don't stay so much in your pain and you understand. Because every trial and tribulations that we go through, it makes us to be better human beings, but because we need to learn the lessons. Some of them is our dark side, some of them is the karma that we always give ourselves. So That is why praying in the morning, ask for forgiveness is important, because daily we ask for karma, because we are all sinners. So with our thoughts, which are not aware of, we sin. So that is why it's important that we do that, and we always cleanse ourselves through prayer, meditation, and all other modalities. So that is quite important. Are you still with me? Okay. Let's get to this slide. So as I said to you when I started, we are spiritual beings. So we've got different layers. We've got the spiritual layer, the astral plane, and the physical plane. So we've got the mental body. That's why you go to coaches, therapists, and you work on that. The emotions as well. We've got the etherical as well, and the physical body, which is what you have, which is what you always work on. So it's important to work on the other bodies as well. And I'll go to other slides. So any questions on this slide? How many are seeing it for the first time? How many know about this? First time? I can't see the slide. Can others see the slide? How can the presentation? I'll WhatsApp you the presentation. First time. Okay, you can see the slide. So we are this. That's why I said we are spiritual beings. We are just 95% spirit, which includes other layers, and the body just 5%. You can see it's also in the middle. So there are other layers. So when we do anything, is to balance those layers, because if you're incongruent, you might say, yes, I've gone to a psychologist, I've done this, I'm still not okay. So we are spiritual beings. So it's important that we also take care of those other layers that we have within ourselves. Because even when you die, just the body that we bury, and then your soul, your spirit evolves. All these layers evolves, and they go to what we call other realms. So that is why it's important we work on ourselves. And then also this just illustrate for those who the way it doesn't make sense. We all have got an aura. Somebody, maybe you might have met someone, like somebody is angry, you can just see their aura is not okay. And as well, if you got a red aura, it means there's some it's issues with your chakras as well, your below, like from your pelvic to your feet, and then also other issues with that is, so that is the root chakra. And then you also have the root chakra is the red, that is everything below here. It always talks about identify who you are, your roots. Most of my life, I had identity issues. If you can check, I've got so many names until I came up with the name that I resonate with, because I didn't know my identity. My father died when I was 3, and when I learned what was happening during the time I was conceived, the time I was born, there was not, I was rejected. So I had those wounds, like wherever I went, mostly even when I was working, I was rejected in so many places. Even the boys in high school, when I say I wasn't the favorite, they rejected me. And also it's the love. So those are the things. So look into your life and see what is really happening. What are the patterns that are happening? Could be those chakra blocks. And then below on the orange, it's where we've got what we call the sacral chakra, and that is where we store mostly of our traumas. It's where also you get blockages if you are unable to start projects and all that, because that is where we birth. Women, they've got the womb, that is where we birth, and even men birth from there. And also your what you call the solar plexus, which is yellow. It's where you get if your fear, your doubt. So next time you're feeling fear, doubt, anxiety, just check in your body where you're feeling. Is it above the navel and your heart? And this is quite important when it comes to money. When your heart is closed, money won't come. You can get the best people to do marketing if you're running a business and everything else. the best, and you still say what has really happened, because you're close and people buy you. So if your vibration and your energy is not right, they won't buy. I always say to clients and also to network marketers, don't post if you're sad. Never post, because we feel your energy. Like myself, I can read a post, I can feel the energy of the person, whether we be happy or sad. I tell my friend, I say nowadays I don't stay too much on Facebook because I can just feel what people are going through. And also for me, it's just trauma on its own. And then your throat is the blue side. Can you tell? Can you talk? Can you express for yourself? Can you ask for the money? Can you say no? Can you say yes? And be really congruent with yourself. And then it looks like a blue there. So that is where we've got what we call the pineal gland. They call it the third eye. And as I say, everyone is the healer on their own. Everyone is a prophet on their own. How we impact not seeing what is happening around us is the food that we eat. So there's food that blocks the pineal gland, which is connected to your hypothalamus gland and all others. So you are able to see things, but because of what you eat, so that is, and what you do, the condition, you find that you block it. So you are able to unblock it and be able to see things that are happening around you. And then the crown, most of the crown is open because most people go to church, they practice their own religious things, spiritual things. So that one is forever open. So you ask yourself where that blockage is. So during today also we'll just also do meditation on unblocking the aura around you guys. Any question on this? So whilst you're asking the question, I just want to illustrate further. I'm an engineer, so I like details. So that is why you've got all these details to try and understand. I said it's you, your physical body, then you've got your etherical body, and then your emotional body, where I was just showing you all the different colors. And then you've got your mental body, that is your thoughts. As I said, we go through thoughts, over 60,000 thoughts a day. Some are good, some are bad, some also brings karma to you. That's why we have to ask for forgiveness daily and unconditional love for others, like your angels and your spirit guides, and then got your soul mission. So what is your soul mission here on earth? For me, my mission is to heal and help others, help people to transform. If I don't fulfill that on a daily basis, I can feel that I didn't add value. And then unconditional love for all. And this is where we need to strive to go through. When we're in the physical, we're really busy, stuck on this. That is why we need to continually heal ourselves. And when you pass on, when you evolve, depending on how much work you've done, it's easier to transcend to other realms as well. So when you heal yourself, you increase your frequency, you increase your level of consciousness, or you also increase your level of enlightenment. Any questions? I know it doesn't make sense to some, but you will get the presentation, go through it. And if you've got my number, which is 0615183208, you can WhatsApp me as well. Okay, this is just to illustrate further as well in other problems that people can have with having bad auras as well. And then I just want to concentrate on this one. When I started, I spoke about the pain. So you might have the pain in your neck, basically saying you're refusing to see the other side of the question. You're being stubborn, or you're being inflexible. Maybe there's a decision, you need to leave a relationship, you need to leave a job, you need to make uncomfortable decisions, but you are inflexible. Your shoulders, they represent the ability to carry our experiences in our life joy, and also it also tells where your pain is, if you're getting supported or not supported. And then wrist represents movement and ease, so it means you don't want to move. Hips, fear of going forward when it comes to taking a major decision. I've seen that with me because I want to analyze, why do I need, then I'll start feeling pain in my hips out of nowhere. And then knees, you're stubborn, you're full of pride and ego. So looking into this, so that's why I say we can heal ourselves. So when we understand why we're feeling, and we go in general as well, why we're feeling, that your life gets better. Your ankles, is feeling inflexible and guilt. So just scan your body and just look in the past week or the last month. Where have you feeling pain? So just look into that. And then other connections is arthritis. It's a form of feeling unloved. Fractures, rebelling against authority. Inflammation could be you be having fear, seeing red, and inflamed thinking. So yes, this one is so real. I've got clients who always says they've got inflammation, their feet are swollen, and when we look into that, they are so scared because they're so scared to tap into the power that they are, because we are all powerful beings. Today, I just want to remind you, are kings and queens. I know there might be men who are listening to this. So you are king and queen. So remember, you might be in a home where they made you feel down, they never value you. But today, I just want to remind you, give you that message of saying you are powerful beyond measure. You just need to tap to that power within you. I see Zama's got a question. Yes, you can.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Coach, I just want to find out, in spirituality, I often hear people talk about cleansing your aura. What does that entail? What does that mean?
So it entails all the other layers that I mentioned, because there are 5 elements that let me just go back to the slide. I also, yeah, so it's cleansing your aura, because each time you meet someone, they affect your aura. And the classic example, which I like, is like when you have intercourse with someone, you have sex with someone. It's not just sex. So when you have sex with someone, that is why you need to make sure you have done your HIV test, you have done your STDs, but there's the spiritual part of it. Because all of us, because even for you to come here, you walk with, there's a lineage like in the womb. So there's cells that are still there that carry on throughout generations that you'll carry, and there's lineage as well. So your aura, so you might find that in your lineage, there's darkness, there's all this, and there's riches. Let's say, just make an example, your lineage is very successful, has got all this, and you sleep with someone who's got bad auras, all the negative entities. So that person is going to dilute you. And you find that it's important. So I'm giving you this example. Check if your life now and check your life when you started sleeping with someone. It can be your husband, can be your boyfriend or your girlfriend, how your life has changed. Is it good or bad? Is it worse? Because of that energy exchange as well. Because when you have, and that is why other people can manifest. Some people, before they have sex, they say, because there's that power. It's like this energy which you can't tap into. It's so magical. So it's important you cleanse your auras all the time. So it's important when you break up with someone, because if you break up and go and sleep with that person, you're taking their garbage, whether it's good or bad, with you into that relationship. That is why you see most people, men who are running big businesses, they get Abu Klama because they are vibrating higher. So we have to balance our feminine and our masculine energy. And they'll go to the Klamas who are high so that it can balance them as well. So our auras have to be cleansed on a daily basis because we attract it as well, whether you like it or not. Like for me, wherever I limit where I go, because I absorb people's energies, and yeah, it's draining. When I found out it was draining, but now I've got ways of how I manage that. So it's important that you cleanse your aura. So if there's a major breakdown, there's a new relationship. But daily, if you're a spiritual person, as I said, we're a spiritual person, we have to cleanse ourselves. We get energy vampires on a daily basis. That is why even when you sleep, you have to ask for protection because you don't know what is happening. Like kids who are born after 2000, if you've got kids, I know, I'm not sure, I'll just check. I know there are people who've got kids who are gifted. kids who are gifted can tell you there are beings that are walking. There's someone in the tree. They can see all those things that we used to see in TV. So those are real. So if you've got a kid who's gifted, who's after 2000, they'll tell you, you get surprised. So if you get surprised, make a session. I'll help you to calm down. Making sense? So how do we
Yes, and thank
cleanse
you so
our
much.
aura? You can go to the sea and cleanse your aura. And what I love is, and then someone can stand in the gap for you, because sometimes because of what you send, okay, I'll make this example, then I'll explain. So like in Gabi, those who go and kill people and the person die, they'll go and consult, they'll go to the river and ask for your soul. And if your soul has been doing funny things and your ancestors said, yes, you can take them, that is what they do. They don't just do it out of nowhere. They do all those rituals. That's why we need to cleanse ourselves, do good on a daily basis. It's tough. That's why we have to pray. Even if you just do your Lord's Prayer and just ask for forgiveness. So that is why. So how do we cleanse? So it's the sea. And the other one that I love is when it's raining, when it's not thundering, guys. When it's raining, just go and change. And I do it often. I get excited. Change and go to and just stand outside and let the rain cleanse the sea, because it's the purest form. And then also river cleansing, you can do so. River cleansing is where you remove the darkness, because we are surrounded by so much. People attack us on a daily basis. When people see somebody, they'll go and do their voodoo and all that. So you need to combat all that. So it's river cleansing, sea cleansing, it's waterfall as well, and what the ocean as well. And I think, thank you for asking that question. Let me just clarify. So think of a glass, and then we've got big boulders, and we've got middle stone, and we've got fine sand. So I need everything to be in the glass. Which one do I start with? What do you think? Which one do I start with to put on my big glass? You can type the answers. Which one do I start with? The big rocks, which are boulders? Do I start with the medium rocks, or do I start with sand? Sand. Any answer? Another answer? Big rocks. Anyone else? Yeah, my class is long. So yes, thank you guys. It's big rocks. So we'll start with big rocks. That's the right answer. Then what do we follow with? Which one do I follow with after the big rocks? Yes, small rocks, that's correct. And then we finish with fine sand. So big rocks represents the traumas, the big stuff that you have been through. So mostly the river cleansing does that, to remove the big rocks, because there are different spirits in the river and you cannot just go to any river. That's why you need to go with someone who has been trained and can connect to that river to remove all that. So, and then you go with the middle rocks. So the middle rocks also you can do in the river and can also do in the sea. The sea is where you connect with your spiritual guides, the people that have walked before you who support you on a daily basis. So why do I say the sea? Because as much as we can bury people wherever they are, when it rains, every water from the rain ends in the sea. So you can be anywhere in the world, you can be able to connect with your spirit guides. And when your pineal gland is open and you can learn to open it, you can see on the waves who's there. When you go to the sea, when the waves are going up, so you can see who's there. And then the fine sand is the It's the waterfall. So waterfall is just to remove the small stuff and also to get blessings as well. So some people might just say they're going to the waterfall and they forget the other elements and they still say, oh, my things are not going okay. So you need to look at that. Yes, so do go, but just go to a safe one. You can also pray to be shown the stuff. You can also pray to be shown which one is the one that you need to go to as well. And also when you go to those places, have a coin because it's an energy exchange. So make sure you've got a coin before you even enter because like you're entering someone's home. So have that energy exchange. Yeah. So cleansing is very important. And also there's also fire cleansing as well. So we have to have those 5 elements. So that is you, your body, which is the spirit. That we've got the air, you can also use incense, any incense. And then we've got also the water. So it's important you have that. You've got fire, so you can light a candle, whatever candle that your soul. So we are spiritual beings. We can try and hide and scream and kick our butt, but we're dead. So you might die if you haven't followed your spiritual journey. And then you'll have to wait for a soul and to come back and fulfill your life. Most people who are born after 2000, they are old souls. Look at your kids. That is why I always tell clients, look at your kids and understand, remove the mother and ask yourself why God brought that kid to your life. There are things that you have to learn at this juncture whilst you're here on earth being alive. So look at your kids and be appreciative and learn those lessons whilst you're still parenting as well. So look into that. Now always get excited. My kids taught me, I grew up in a family which there wasn't love. As much as there was love, I learned later that my mom didn't know how to love me according to me, but in her own right, she was loving me. I didn't know how to hug. I had to wait for a child who's 18 years now to teach me to hug when my son was born. And then my daughter teaches me how to speak up because when we were young, and I was born in 78, we were never taught to speak to our parents. We were never taught to speak back. And I'm grateful for the engineering career that I went to. We couldn't even look a person in the eye. So I had to learn that because being in the mining industry, you had to do that. So everyone in your life has got value to add. So we cannot live alone. We cannot live alone. Like even this, I've been through the darkest time in my life. I've been through the dark nights of the soul. Someone say I'm lying. My social media doesn't do that. So I have had people who stand in the gap, who pray for me on a daily basis. And you guys, you do have them. And you might not know them. The moment you connect with yourself spiritually, you can close your eyes and be in a meditative state and say, God, Allah, Creator, who is my support system? And you'll be so surprised by the visions that you're going to see because those are the people that your Creator, your guides, your angels have given them the opportunity, their job to pray for you when you're down, to always pray for you, to stand in the gap because you might have missed a lot of accidents, you might have missed death in so many times because there's someone when it's about to happen and your guys will protect, there's someone will be praying for you. There are people who pray for us on a daily basis. That is their job. That is what they chose to do when they come on it. So we are loved, we are protected, but where we have been conditioned, like the family you've been brought in, your family that you've been brought in could be currently the hell that you're going through, can be the heaven that you're going through. But you as a human being, you say, no, I don't like that. So when your mind says, yes, that is not me, that is when you start living your heaven and say, I want to be better, I want to heal, I want to be strong. Okay. Any questions so I can start the healing and release you guys? Yeah. And if you need a one-on-one session, you can book a session with me. So this one is just a group one. And when we do it, we'll be understanding where are your blockages? Is it your physical body? Is it your spiritual journey? Is it your emotions? Is it your money? And we balance that. And we'll also get messages on where to what to do and move on. How do you cleanse Father's rejection chakra? So we need to do the river. We need to do the mind work as well. I need to teach you as well how to parent yourself as well. So it's not only just the spiritual, so we need to look at the emotion, the mind, and also the aura. Yes. And you learn that he didn't know better. He might have gone through that, and it's you. Of course, also go cleansing. It's also about cutting cords, generational cords, cutting the darkness. And most of the generation now, adults, we are the ones that have been chosen to do this. Our parents couldn't do it because we were so scared. We thought spirituality is this and this, but spirituality is who you are. Whether you believe in Allah, whether you believe in Christian or Buddha or Christ, all that the message that they portray to all of us, it's love. Even the Bible says, love everyone. God is love. Allah is love. As much as there's different practices, it's all about love. Okay. Anything else? Are we still okay? Did I freak you out? Still good. Okay, thank you. So you might be going through, before I start with the healing, so you might be going through different, would love a book a session. Yes, book a session because you'll see it will go deeper into you. At the moment, we are how many? There's 16 people, and you don't want your drama to be portrayed everywhere, and because it's all about that secrecy and your journey, because all we are unique, but your uniqueness helps us to evolve, to build the world, to add value. So that is what I want to emphasize. You're a king and queen in your own right. Step into your power, get the healing, get the help, tap into your power, because when you do, you're going to be an amazing being. You're going to change the world. You're going to change. And now I know South Africa's got 62 million people. So think about the whole universe, more than 8 billion people. So there's so much you can do when you tap to your power. As well, you might be feeling down and you feel like you are not shining up. So it's important that you tap to your power, you visualize, you understand who you are. There are basic things there are basic tools that we use as healers or as a coach or other people who are understanding themselves. It's praying, meditation. Meditation, I know it was said to be something good. Meditation, just breathing and listening to you, because God says, be still. I'm God, and listen to yourself. And meditation can be walking. Meditation can be reading the Bible, whatever book you read, but it's just you shutting your life out and just saying. And that is why the first 20 minutes of your day are important. As much as the phone will wake you up, leave it and just stand within you and reprogram and create those intentions. As I said, when you heal, you need to create the intention. You need to be congruent and you need to accept your healing as well. So that is quite important. Yeah. Are we ready? Please drink your water, be comfortable. You can lie down, but lying down, you might fall asleep. So, yeah, so drink your water and get comfortable. If you're sitting down, I want your feet to touch the floor and be grounded. Are we ready? Are we ready? Okay. So you can just close your eyes and take a deep breath in and breathe out with your mouth. Another deep breath in and breathe out with your mouth. Another deep breath in and you breathe out with your mouth. And also create that intention of desiring to heal, and also speak to your body. Where do you feel the most pain? What do you want to let go? So create those intentions. I'll just give you a few seconds to do that. Create that intention is so important so that you can tap to your power. And take another deep breath in with your nose and breathe out with your mouth. Another deep breath in with your nose and you breathe out with your mouth. Another deep breath in with your nose and you hold and you breathe out longer. Another deep breath in with your nose. You hold and you breathe out longer. It's okay for you to heal and it's okay for you to take time for yourself. So as you're taking the next breath, just imagine you're in a safe space. This safe space can be in the mountain, can be by the sea, can be in your favorite room, can be in your garden, anywhere you feel safe. And in this safe space, you can feel content, you feel like the younger you, and you just feel happy. And you can feel your creator, your spirit guides, your angels surrounding you. You can feel the peace and the unconditional love you've been yearning for. This is a safe space that even when you're sad, you can just visualize yourself coming to it. Because by practicing visualization daily, you are calling forward your desire, and it will soon be a tangible experience in your current reality. So visualize yourself there in this safe space, feeling the peace. And as you're in this safe space, just across, there's a beautiful garden. And in this garden, there's a bench and there's a young you. And the young you sitting there, dressed in white. And this young you just puzzled there, just sit next to her. And yes, sitting next to her, just speak to her silently. What is it that you wanted to tell the young you? The young you is always yearning. Just have a discussion for the next minute or two. What is it that you want to tell her? That you wish she knew, that you want to teach her? So just continue speaking to her, telling her whatever comes from their heart. Take another deep breath in and breathe out. Another deep breath in and breathe out. Another deep breath in. Continue talking to the young you. And then now I want the roles to change. So just breathe And just feel that contentment because you're in a safe space. You're in a safe space. And just listen to the young you. What message does she have? What does she desire you to do that you've been robbing yourself on? And what are her cries or his cries? Just continue breathing. Some of the things might be overwhelming because you're connecting to your higher self. You're connecting to your mind, body, and spirit. And you might go through some vibration. You might feel pain. It's okay. Breathe it wherever you feel it. It's your body communicating to you. And remember to let go, surrender. Whatever you're hearing might be going like, no, just let go and surrender. And continue breathing. It's important you breathe. As you're breathing, you're telling your internal organs it's safe to receive healing. It's safe to be better. It's safe to be amazing. Take another deep breath in and breathe out. And whilst you're sitting there, your grandfather comes to you. Some can be someone who's older, who has passed on, just sitting next to you, who represents a father figure, a grandfather figure. And some you might be angry with them, some you might be happy with them. Just say what needs to change that you're sick and tired of. Say it. If you're crying, it's okay. Release those emotions. You're in a safe space. Release them. Release them. Speak up, release. This is the opportunity. Release those emotions, say it out, release it. Let your throat speak up, let your throat chakra open up, let your heart open up. Because we cannot keep on bottling things that have happened in the past, things that we didn't know what they happened, things we don't have power over. Today, release them. Release them. As you're doing that, you can feel your spiritual team surrounding you. You can feel the support. Some might see figures, some might hear whatever you're feeling. Release it. Tell me what needs to change. And breathe. It's okay. You might feel overwhelmed. You might yawn. How you react. Just release it. And let go. Surrender and let go. Breathe. And breathe out. Breathe. And breathe out. Release. Release. This is not your fight. Release it. Let it go. Let it go. And as you have just said, just sit still and hear what messages are coming through. What message does he and the other spiritual team have for you? It's the one word, could be a sentence. It could be something that you need to start doing. And if that thing you go like you're overwhelmed, you can book a session. Then we can understand and break it further. Listen, what is that one word? What is that way? You might be comforted as well. Breathe, breathe, surrender. Breath is the first thing that we get when we come on earth, and it's the last thing that we lose. So embrace it. Embrace it. Breathe. You can do this. You might feel overwhelmed. It's okay. Let go. And as you're doing this, I just want to remind you that you always have a divine plan that is always there for you. Your soul has a master blueprint of your life path that it holds on within it. And it will never steer you in the wrong direction. So visualization that you're doing, the breathing that you're doing helps you to steer you forward. And when you have this divine plan, which everyone has, they just need to unlock. The beaming and the glistering light from the stars reminds that there is hope for the future. So there is hope. You might be going through the most. There might be things that you've been saying that are being revealed. There is hope for the future. So just tonight, before you sleep, just go out of the house and look at the stars and just look at the stars. At night, it shines. During the day, you don't see it, but that is who you are. We go through our dark nights of the soul. We go through so much. And when you're given the opportunity to shine, shine. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Always remember that. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. And one thing that we need to do is also find peace within ourselves. Find peace when you are not okay. Just find the peace and the balance, and balance yourself to restore the peace that is within you. And nothing can make you small on this earth unless you allow it. What you take from feedback and how you respond is entirely within your control. So you might be hearing things are not okay, but you've got control over it. And you've got the ability to create a life of joy. It is your birthright to be happy. It is your birthright to be successful. And it is your birthright to manifest your desires, your hopes and dreams. So tap to the higher self. Each time you feel down, just take yourself into that meditative state, breathe, and you let go. And just feel and scan your body from your head to your toe and from your toe to your head, and just be in balance, because your body speaks to you. Things that you cannot comprehend, but it's always speaking to you. So just continue breathing and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. All is well, all is well, all is well. And just sit there in that mode. And just thank your spirit guides, your creator, whoever you believe in, for being with you, for you to being able to tap and be able to just understand the higher power that you are. Because you're a giant, you're a warrior, you're a king, you're a goddess. And as you're doing that, just affirm yourself. Because one of them is that you are good enough, you are worthy, you are highly favored, you're a blessing to the universe. And it's time to stop playing small. It's time to get your big pinches. It's time to get to wear the clothes that surrounds you, of who you are. Because you are not a mistake. You are highly favored. You are alive today. COVID took a lot of people, but you still have got the opportunity to turn your life around and add value and tap to your power and get help. Help you with pray and ask who can help you, and you will be guided, because you're never alone. You've been protected so many times. Always remember that. You've missed bullets, you've missed things that even if they were to happen, go like, wow, I don't know. But just be reminded that you're loved, you're protected, and taken care of on a daily basis. It's even when you sleep. Because even when you sleep, there's the voodoos that people do at night. There's things that people do at night, and you get protected on them. Just be grateful and be grateful that you showed up, you're here, and you'll be able to receive the revelation that happened throughout the meditation. Take another deep breath in and breathe out. Just say to yourself, I'm good enough. I am worthy. I am deserving. I am loved. I'm going to shine again. All these blockages, I'm going to say, yes, now I'm stepping up to my power. I know who I am. Okay. Take another deep breath in and breathe out. And when you're ready, just thank your spirit guides and everyone, whatever your heart, and come back and shake your body. How are you feeling? Breathe, drink water, please. Important. Just gonna stop the recording.